Now, as both candidates seemingly take more moderate positions on key issues, their supporters in the partisan media are going on the attack. For example, calling Harris a copycat for saying she wants to eliminate taxes on tips. Meanwhile, Trump distancing himself from more radical positions on abortion, Project 25, saying those proposals are too extreme for him. Left doesn't want to believe him. But for those of us not cheerleading for a candidate, shouldn't they be celebrated for taking more moderate positions on issues that matter to voters? I mean, here's what Harris said to an audience last week packed with culinary union members.
When I am president, we will continue our fight for working families of America. Including to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Of course, Trump made a similar proposal in June, also in Vegas.
For those hotel workers and people that get tips, you're going to be very happy, because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips. Whatever the job may be, a tipping job, we're not going after for taxes anymore.
So the right-leaning media immediately pouncing, calling Harris a copycat.
So copycat Kamala now plagiarizing one of President Trump's hottest new tax cut ideas.
They are copycats. They are charlatans.
Yeah. But why doesn't anybody, I don't see ABC News calling her out for stealing the idea and just stealing it and lying about it as if it's her own.
So she's just the biggest copycat on the planet. She's copying Donald Trump. She has no originality and no authenticity.
But does that matter as long as she actually is going to deliver on the promise? Or how about the border? Democrats have moved toward more conservative views on securing the border over the last year. Clearly a political move. A lot of that reflected in the bipartisan immigration bill, which Trump killed because he didn't want Biden getting credit. But Harris is still campaigning on it, even claiming to be tougher than Trump on border issues, although she denies being the border czar. But again, moving the way that Republicans say they would want her and the country to move. Isn't that a good thing? Shouldn't conservatives be glad the other side came around, that something might actually be, I don't know, accomplished? But they can't, because they need the issue. Here's Trump last night speaking to Elon Musk in their Twitter Spaces call.
Now she's looking like she wants to be more Trump than Trump, if that's possible. I don't think it's possible. But she wants to be more Trump than Trump. Yeah. And all of a sudden she's making a speech and there will be no tax on tips. I said that months ago. And now she's going like she's tough on the border. It's such a lie.
And it's not just the right going after Harris. There's Project 25, a far-right plan to make radical changes in the country on things like abortion, DEI, cutting out enormous swaths of the experienced government civil service employees in favor of political loyalists. The left has been warning about it, tying it to Trump, but Trump has repeatedly disavowed it. In fact, he called the authors, many of them with ties to his previous administration, the severe right. And maybe the worst insult you can make about a MAGA figure, he compared them to radical leftists.
You have the radical left and you have the radical right. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Again, maybe you don't believe him. Maybe you believe he will support an abortion ban. Maybe you don't believe Harris on the immigration issue, saying she'll address the border. Okay, fine. If you don't believe them, and many won't, then fair enough. But here's the thing. When the opposition adopts or moves towards your point of view, when they recognize most of the country doesn't share extreme views, why spit on it? Let's celebrate that Harris and Trump are positioning themselves as more moderate. Instead of stomping your feet about being copied or undermining your words from the other side's mouth, let's try welcoming the change, because that is what the vast majority of what we call the marginalized moderate majority want. And look, then if they don't deliver, we can and should give them hell. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.